Hello and welcome. You're watching The Big Story with me, Shavin Sen. Our top focus at this are India's big breakthrough as India's drugs regulator have now approved two vaccines. What does this essentially mean and how will this program pan out in the next few months? In this edition, we'll get you the best of minds to tell you how exactly does the government plan to roll out this entire vaccination program. India's drug regulators have now approved Oxford COVID-19 vaccine Covishield, manufactured by the Serum Institute and indigenously developed Covaxin of Bharat Biotech for restricted emergency use in the country, paving the way for a massive inoculation drive. DCGI granted the approval on the basis of recommendations by a COVID-19 subject expert committee of the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. This paves the way for the rollout of at least two vaccines in India in the coming days. Now, there have already been politics that have been played on this matter. We've had Congress leaders coming out in the open saying that as far as Covaxin is concerned, it is yet to complete the phase 3 of the trials. For more on this, I'm joined by Dr. Balram Bhargava, who's the DG ICMR, joining us on this broadcast. Dr. Bhargava, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you, what we have seen in the last few hours is politics essentially being played over this entire vaccine, especially with regards to Covaxin. I do not want to draw you to the politics of it, but the fact that this is going to generate some amount of fear, or it would generate some amount of curiosity among the public today, that as far as the efficacy of Covaxin is concerned, what does this essentially mean? The phase 3 trials are underway, and before that, the authorization has been granted by the government.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you. I'd like to congratulate India. I'd like to congratulate the Indian people and the Indian science for having developed this vaccine, and these vaccines, both of them getting emergency use authorization, is great news for the vaccine armamentarium of India, and also it will benefit the low-middle income countries in the near future as well. So from that perspective, I think it's a great day. We know that the emergency use authorization has been given for both the vaccines, which has been deliberated upon by the scientific expert committee for over 2 days, for 7 hours each day, and they have taken robust science into consideration for giving this proposal to the drug controller, who has deliberated further and given this approval. So we have enough data, whether it be animal data or human data or phase 1 data or phase 2 data, talking about the immunogenicity, more than 98%, the safety well established in Indian subjects, efficacy well established on animal challenge models, and the safety established in 23,000 people who have received this vaccine as of today. The other advantage to the Covaxin being a whole virus vaccine has the potential to be targeting the new UK strain as well, which is creating havoc in the United Kingdom. We have had 29 such cases here, and we are worried about that, and so this may play a major role in targeting, because it is a whole virus vaccine. More important to remember is that once the vaccine rollout happens, we still need to maintain the COVID-appropriate behavior of wearing masks and maintaining social distancing, as well as washing hands frequently to avoid the spread of the virus. As people get vaccinated, we hope that the viral transmission chain will be broken very soon. So this is where we stand, and I think it's a great
Dr. Bhargava, I would like to take one more question. Dr. Bhargava, sorry to interrupt you, because I just want to take one more question as far as Covaxin is concerned, because this is being talked a lot about how exactly the United States of America has not only insisted on the third phase trials to be completed, but also to be completed on their population. On both counts, India has not insisted. Now, this is what is doing the rounds. How do you essentially respond to this sort of a fear that a lot of people perhaps may have in their minds?
fear is unfounded. Most important to remember is that India has always been proactive, preemptive, and it has been a whole of the government, whole of science approach, wherein we have managed the pandemic in such a large population in such a commendable manner that we are still having the minimum number of cases as compared to 51,000 and 55,000 in UK and about 325,000 in the US, which you're talking about. So we are managing them quite well. We have always been creative and innovative, and I think I would like to congratulate the scientific community for giving this approval or in such a creative manner, which is going to benefit the entire Indian population very soon tremendously. Thanks.
Dr. Bhargava, now talking about what lies ahead, because this is something that has been on the top of everyone's mind right now as far as this entire vaccination program is concerned. In how many days or so are we to expect the rollout of this entire vaccination program? Because I believe that the government has a plan that has been laid out. But what is it that you would like to tell our viewers as far as this entire drive is concerned? By when are we expecting this drive to be rolled out?
I would like to tell the viewers clearly that the vaccination program will roll out very soon. We have a vaccine. We have two vaccines. We have the approval. We have the infrastructure. We have the population. And we have the science behind it. And therefore, it should be rolling out very soon. The infrastructure, dry runs have been covered so well by you in the media. We have seen excellent success in all the states where the dry runs have been done. And therefore, the CoWIN app has been created, has been working. And therefore, I feel with your help, and we should be able to allay to roll out the vaccine very soon in a week or 2 weeks, so that the population will start vaccinated, more so the prioritized population, the healthcare workers, the frontline workers, the elderly with comorbidities, and hopefully we are able to vaccinate the large population gradually so as to break the chain of viral transmission.
Dr. Bhargava, how soon are you expecting these vaccines to be essentially market ready? Because there would be many people who would not be part of this priority group that has been charted out by the government. So what happens to those who perhaps would not be part of the priority group but would also like to get themselves vaccinated, which would essentially mean that these vaccines need to be market ready? How soon perhaps are we expecting that?
Let us start with the program in a very systematic manner. Let us see how well we do gradually. Let us see how the population is vaccinated. Let us see what the results are. Let us see what the UK variant does. Let us see how these vaccines roll out, which I am sure will be phenomenally well. And hopefully we should be able to have them market ready once we get the full authorization. All these vaccines, whether it be in the US or in the UK or in Europe or in India, have got only emergency use authorization at the moment, and therefore once they are get their full authorization, then they would be obviously market ready. Thank you so much.